Have a big S-Class Mercedes now, have you?
There are two shops at the rear of the stand, and also there is a shop at the rear of the territory. Programs of today's game are maintained in the shops and throughout the grounds. The referee for the junior game is Brendan Sweeney from Ballymachugh. The linesmen are Corey Clinton from Kildallan and Mickey Breffni from Ballymachugh.
Welcome once again to Breffni Park to the final of this Junior Championship 2001 between Drumgoon and Kildallan. Game about to start. The referee for the day's game is Brendan Sweeney, and Brendan's from the Ballymachugh club. He looks at his watch, checks for these linesmen, see is everything okay. Big crowd gathering in here to Breffni for this final. Drumgoon of course beaten in the final last year and Kildallan beaten in the semi-final, but they're here again the year. Referee looks at his watch once more. Checks are on this game due to start at 2 o'clock and dead on 2 it starts and the ball is in and the game is on and up to go in the middle of the field and it's first on the attack there. Ball bubbling about and it's picked up by Paul Cross and he gets it back to Jackson and Jackson plays it to the far side of the field to Keith Fannin. Keith Fannin the half back and he plays it in low to Philip McDermott and Philip picks her up at the ground and gives a good ball into Adrian Cross and still Adrian cuts inside. Goes to fist it in, he fists it in there to Fannin and Fannin coming up and takes his shot. The goal for the ground! Is it? Oh, it hits the crossbar. Good save and back, and that was the first attack, and out she comes to this side of the field, and the race is on for possession, and Hannon's after, and he pushed up the ball, and it's out, and that's up the ground. Yes, it's up the ground, definitely so. And a free to Drumgoon, and Jason was nearly in the net there in the first minute of the game there, and the referee brings the ball up. Things is hotting up and the players are a bit excited, but that's expected in the start of a final. And Colm Hannon is full back and look where he is, and it's kicked in high and up to go. McCabe goes up and the post falls down and that's a free in. No, so the referee Ian Riley has it and Ian's took down. That's definitely a free in. And it's all Drumgoon this first minute of the first half here. It's early days yet, and that was a mighty shot there by Fannin and it hit the crossbar and come back into play, and maybe he should have chipped it over the bar and Keith Fannin and take this with his left foot. He's a half-back in this Drumgoon team and he has a good left foot. Keith, and he plays with the Cavan County minor team. And could this be the first score of the first half, or the first score of this junior final? And Fannin looks at the goals and puts her up, and she gone to the left and gone wide, and that's a bad miss there. Bad miss by Fannin, but it's early days yet and the nerves is not settled in yet, and the slight breeze blowing again Fannin there, and the kick out for Kildallan, and John Connaty is the goalkeeper and he places it on the edge of the small square. He has a slight breeze on his back there. Fresh enough day here. After a bad night train last night, I'd say the ground will be slippy enough. It lashed the whole night. Connaty runs up and drives her down the middle of the field. And up the go, and the loose ball falls down and it's on the ground bobbling about, and Kildallan get it tough, and that's a pull and it's a free to Kildallan. And their own half-back line there. O'Grady will take it, and O'Grady drives her in high. Big long ball in she goes, and young Hannon's on there. He gets it and drops it, and Paul McEnroe picks it up again and gives it to Crossan, and Crossan gives it to Jackson, and Jackson plays a high ball. That's not a great ball by Jackson to Peter Hahn. That's tipped out and it's a line ball for Drumgoon there. Bad pass by Jackson, a high ball there and it's tipped out and it's a line ball. Lane ball from Drumgoon over along the far side, and centre half back Edward Jackson will take that, and Edward's a county player. He plays with the Cavan senior team as a half back, and that two drives a long ball in. Hell of a kick in. She goes and she up the backs and heading into the push in the back. Yes, is the referee, and it's a free out there, and he's seen it, and the free's quickly taken by the goalkeeper to Pádraig Wynne. Wynne has it. He's confronted by McAnally, and Wynne gets in the left foot, a kick down the field, and on the attack is Kildallan. Down this side of the field, the corner forward there, O'Neill. Still O'Neill, and he's away on his own. That's a good run. He's followed by Fannin. He cuts inside, and yes, so Fannin takes it off, and O'Neill gets it again, takes the shot, and it's not the first score of the game. She's gone to the left and gone wide. Unlucky there, O'Neill there. Made a great run from the midfield in the whole way, and just got his shot in, and unlucky there, just put it to the left and put it wide. Not to worry, 3 minutes gone on the first half, still no score. One chance for Drumgoon and one for Kildallan, and no scores on the board yet as John Riley places on the edge of the small square for the kick out. John from Drumgoon, Devon drives her out down to this side of the field. She hangs in there, and who's going to go up? And it's three Drumgoon men waiting on the loose ball. One of them's young Paul McEnroe, and he's tackled well, and it's out near the lane. Gets it to Philip McDermott, and he gives it to Jim McAnally, and couldn't get out of trouble. There was four Kildallan men round him, and Jim's up the wing there and plays it low to Paddy, and that's fisted in. Kept in by Philip McDermott. That man's out, is he? No, says the linesman. Oh, it's a free there. And the half-back takes it there, number 7 there, Harron, he plays it in there, and Jackson comes across and his own man gets in the way. Jackson plays it out to Hannon. Hannon's a wing half-back on the team, and he's a brother of Colm, the full-back, and he plays it to the far side of the field. The hay ball's over on that hill there, yes, as the referee, young Adrian Crossan was hill there, and it's a free right on the halfway lane for Drumgoon. Crossan will take it himself, and they're playing all over the place. The positions doesn't mean nothing in there. Martin Clarkin picks it up. He's the captain and cornerback, and away comes Crossan. He overcarried that ball to the referee. Tough tackling here. playing away at the positions. Position don't count, and it's a flee to Kildallan, I think, and Peter went to take it for Drumgoon there. And the 40 yards man there, Rudden takes it, plays it down, there's no one there, only Jackson. Edward Jackson solos and plays it there to Peter Hahn. Peter Hahn, the red-headed Peter, cuts inside, gives a bad ball there, and that's a bad pass, and the corner back comes out nearly and gets it, and he gets it to the corner forward there, O'Neill, and O'Neill's all over the place, and he's down the far side. Is he out? Yes, is the linesman. Jackson got in the tackle there. Lucky enough, that's a speedy man. O'Neill looks dangerous. Jackson takes it quick to Fannin. Fannin a left foot a kick, and it's down to the far side, and she's very near the lane again. It's a bit scrappy to play at the minute. Line ball to Kildallan, right along the far side of the field there, and O'Grady will take it. Looking for someone to give it to. Plays it into the middle, there's no one mark on number 11 there, Rudden. Rudden has the ball and he plays it to this side of the field there, and it's the ball now comes around. McEnroe comes out and knocks it down, and it's picked up there by the centre half back. Crushell, and Crushell gets it, and this where was Tyrone was playing. So and Harran has it, Harran plays it into Fitzpatrick. And Fitzpatrick plays a great ball to the far side of the field there. To number 13, and number 13 takes a shot there, Maguire, and Maguire puts it to the left and puts it wide, and it's no score, and there's 5 minutes gone here, and for 6 minutes gone here in the first half, and there's no score, and there's a take wee breeze at save blown in Kildallan's favour. Drumgoon, of course, beaten in the final last year in extra time by Cornafane, a late goal, very unlucky. It was a great win for Cornafane, but Drumgoon's back here again the year. The senior final's on after this one, of course, and the 2 teams in the senior final were here last year as well. That means 3 teams is here. That was here last year, here today. Drumgoon, Cavan, Gales and Gowna. Kildallan's the only new team here today. Can they pull this one off? First time they were here in a long time. Drumgoon, of course, never won a championship, and John Riley drives her out to the middle of the field, and up the go, and Jim McAnally's after it, and followed by Porrick Wynn. Jim cuts inside, that's a high ball by Jim, and it's into the corner with the hop bait, the full back. No, he comes out well and gets it there. O'Reilly, and still O'Reilly down the middle. There's the corner back. Neary plays it to Porrick Wynn, and Porrick plays a deep ball into the corner, and number 14's after it there. Fitzpatrick. Trent Fitzpatrick's a good footballer. He goes to kick it, he's followed by Hannon. Stay on, Hannon takes it off, and that's brilliant play by Hannon there, and Hannon gives it to Jackson. Colm Hannon, and out she goes to Paddy McCabe, and he's first touch, and he's a brother of Paul, and the 2 brothers on this team are from the Burrahy Road, and that's a good ball in, but the back has the advantage there, and it plays it down to the wing half back there, and it comes this side the field, and Adrian Crossan's after it there, but no centre half has it, and he plays it into the middle. Into the middle, the full back out there, O'Reilly, and O'Reilly's tackle, he does well there, and he plays it to number 15, and Michael Hannon's in for the quick ball. Hannon has it, and he plays it there to Paul McCabe, and Paul has his first ball, and he plays it low to Philip McDermott. Philip turns round, looks at the goal when he takes his shot, cuts inside, takes his shot, and puts it between the posts and over the bar, and the first score of the game for Drumgoon, and Philip McDermott puts her over, and the Drumgoon support has gone wild, and there's 8 minutes gone in the first half. We're here from all angles of Drumgoon, from every corner. There's not a house in Drumgoon, I'd say, but there's a person in it today. If you were a robber, it'd be a great day to be in Drumgoon. And the ball is out on the 21-yard line there by the goalkeeper Connady, and Connady about to kick it out. He's straight for the goals. And there's a man down injured in the middle of the field there, I think. His lace is open. Not to worry, plenty of time to tie it. It's early days yet. 1 point to no score in favour of Drumgoon. Big crowd gathering in here. This new stand on the far side of the field, a great job. It's not covered, but I don't think it's going to rain. Plenty of rain last night, enough to do it for a while. Kick out, it's the last Sunday in September. And out she comes, and Connady kicks her out, and up to go on the middle, and Philip knocks her down, and it's picked up by Cross, and he gets a hard tackle, and he plays it back to Martin Clerco. Martin to the far side of the field there, Peter Hahn has it. Oh, he's well played by the corner back there as he tripped nose at the referee, and nearly gets it, and that's a free out surely. Yes, it is, Peter, he can't do that there, but no harm to foul a man in there. He'll not do any harm in there in that position, and nearly does well to get that ball. He took a hard knock there, he found that, I'll tell you. And Peter Hitchie, you know all about it, and the free's quickly taken into the middle where Rudden has it. Rudden picks her up, and Jackson shoulders him. He's very near the lane. He plays it back there to the corner forward of all place, and he plays it to Porrick Wynn in the middle, and Porrick cuts inside, and he does well, and that's a good ball, and Colm Hannon's out, and Fitzpatrick there, and Fitzpatrick's in behind him, and Colm has it, and that's a free, is it? Yes, it's the referee. That's definitely a free. Hop beaten Colm there, and Colm fouled Fitzpatrick, and maybe he done the right thing because he was in behind him there, and it's a free for Kildallan. It's about 24 or 5 yards out from the goals. Rudden will take this. Has he a left foot? He had nearly wanted it, I'll tell you, from that position. He's going to place her on the ground. Barry Rudden, he's going to kick it with the right foot. Now it's an awkward enough spot for a right-footed player. Rudden's a good player and he's a good free taker. Played on the Cavan minor team a few years ago. Rudden, he has the win on his back. He could curl this one over the bar. If he does, it'll be a good score. Plays on it, he didn't near the square, and who's going? That's a fist ball, that's surely a 45, is it? Yes, and there's a man down there in the corner there. He got a tight ball up there from behind there. Not sure who it is. He went down very quick there, but he seems to be getting up there on his feet again. It looks like Martin Clarkin, the captain of the team. Yes, it is Martin. The ball skating up the top of his fingers there and out for a 45. It was a dangerous enough ball. There's a Kildallan man coming in behind him there. Martin, he's up and all right there. And Rudden going to take it again. This is a better position, I say, for a right-footed player. Didn't hit that one too well. You nearly want a left-footed player out on that far side of the field there. Rudden steps up. Goes straight across from the ball, unusual way to kick it. He doesn't go behind it at all. Goes up from the side. Doesn't take a great run up. Kicks her high, and that's gone to the left and gone wide there. And you nearly know before he kicked it he wasn't going to put it over the bar. And that's still 1 point to no score in favour of Drumgoon. Low scoring game. 11 minutes gone in the first half. Drumgoon playing again the win. Nerves is getting the both players here, I'd say. Big day for these two clubs. This is the day, after all the training the whole year, as John Riley drives a brilliant ball out to the middle of the field again. The winner, McAnally, grabs her well. Jim McAnally plays her back to Martin Clarkin, and Martin plays her to Jackson, and she's tighter in the middle. Plays her, spread her out there, and Philip runs for that ball, Philip McDermott. Philip gets a good ball into the middle there, but who's there? Paddy McCabe comes out, and Paddy lifts it and plays it well. Cute enough play by McCabe to Ian Riley. Ian down this side, he dummies his man, he cuts inside, cuts back out again, plays it back to Peter Hahn, and Peter waits and then goes for it, and Peter gets it up. That's good tackling by the Kildallan backs. Peter has it again. That's great tackling, and Ian Riley picks her up, and Ian has it, and he's tackled by three, and gets it out to Jim McAnally, and that's brilliant tackling, and McAnally busts through, gets his shot to the far side, and the loose ball with that go over the line. Little North Adrian cross and keep it in. He want to move to it. He lifts her to the ground. Yes, he did. Good referee, and he should have put his toe on that. That's definitely a free out. And that's great defensive work there by Kildallan. Jesus is fierce tight in there, and the free's quickly taken on the far side to number 13 there. 13 is O'Reilly, and he plays it down the far side to Rudden. Away out of position. Rudden. Barry Rudden, still Rudden in, a good ball down, and Jackson goes to cut her out, and Fitzpatrick gets his hand to it, and it's picked up on the far side, and that's a free, and it's nothing to get too excited about. I wouldn't think he'll give that man a wee tick. He's not a dirty player. He'll hardly give him a yellow card for that. Martin Clarkin there getting a kick there, but it's not too bad. He's in the wars from early on. He's playing well. He's a corner back. He urges his team all along the far side of the field, and if he lifts this cup, it'll be the first time ever they're going to lift the championship cup in their history of over 100 years. Can Martin be the man to do it? Down this wing she goes, and it wasn't a great ball, and Kildallan corner forward has it there, and he's playing O'Neill out of position, and that's a long ball in, and a sit here and just ball in, and Kim McEnroe knocks her down. The brilliant Paul McEnroe from Cashel and Mudjaball has it. That was great play by McEnroe, and he's only 17 years of age. Plays with the captain Martin Clarkin, and Martin right foots the ball, a high ball, and it's all Kildallan there at this minute, and Paddy McCabe goes up and he flicks it down, but the corner back has it there. Riley, and Riley gets it to the centre field man O'Hara, and O'Hara gets it to Riley again, and Sin cuts inside there, that man, and that man's fouls at the referee, and it's right 45 yards out there, the corner forward O'Neill, and he leaves it to Rudden there, right on the Rudden going to take this one out of his hands. He's a long way out, and he'll land her in round the box. Hey ball dropping in just to the right of the goals, and up and goes to fist it, and the loose ball falls down. What is picked up there by and kicked on the ground there, and it comes down to Fannin. Fannin flicks her away from that man well, and Jackson picks her up. Eddie Jackson with the ball, and he plays the ball to Fannin, and Fannin plays it back to Jackson, and Jackson's a speedy man. Away the far side, centre half back, Jackson still going. Can he play the ball in? Who's with him there? As Philip McDermott make the run. Jackson, Thomas kicks the ball there after the good run. That's good tackling, and away come Kildallan here in the shape of the half-back number O'Grady. O'Grady plays it to Wynn, and Wynn plays it back to O'Grady, and they're coming through the middle. Kildallan has tackled, and O'Grady plays it to the far side. Out comes Colm Hannon like a flash from the full-back line, and lifts the ball up, and leaves a man in his wake there, over 15, and away he comes. Still Colm plays a good ball down the far side of the field, and out in front is Paddy McCabe, and Paddy gets it and drops it in the corner back. Riley comes in and picks it up and plays it to Win, and wins down the middle. There's no one in it. There's no one beside him, and he plays a high ball. Oh Jesus, that's an awful ball into the forward. Up goes McAnally, loose ball drops, and Fitzpatrick does well. Number 10 gets it, that's a free in. And Jim McAnally's down. Fitzpatrick done well to flick that ball back there, and Jim had a howling back there, and that's definitely a free in. Is he going to take that man's name? We tick, I suppose. Right on the 24-yard line there. Number 10 there looks to be the man that go to take that, Connaughty. And he's another right-footed player. They mustn't have a left-footed player on this Kildallan team at all. Or should we put that one over, I'd say, handy enough. Still 1 point to no score. I'd say this will leave it level, I'd say. Jeez, he wouldn't want to miss that ball. Puts it straight up, and oh, jeez, he put it wide. That was a desperate miss there now. That man will be disappointed there. Connaughty. Sean Jeez, he's going to be putting them over the bar, I'll tell you. Still 1 point, and Brian Bates warms up along the line already. 15 minutes gone in the first half. Drumgoon warm us up. As John Riley kicks it out from the edge of the small square once more, and he drives her high down the far side of the field, and there's 15 minutes gone. There's only a point, and Philip McDermott picks up the loose ball, and well tackled there, and it's a good ball in, and Paul McCabe picks her up. Paul plays it to Peter Hahn. Peter Hahn's the oldest man on this Drumgoon team, and he drives a square ball across, and will Paddy get that? Yes, he surely will. He's out in front of his man, and Paddy picks her up. Cuts inside. It's still Paddy. It's the Paddy cuts in. He's fouled there. Is he? No. That's great tackling, and Wynn comes across from midfield, and good covering by Wynn from the midfield position. He want to get rid of that ball. Jesus, he should have got rid of it, and it goes to Jim McAnally. Jim McAnally plays it to Ian Riley, and Ian Riley shoves off his man. He plays it out to Peter Hahn. Peter will take his time, takes his shot down, puts it to the left, and puts it wide, and that was a panic shot by Peter Hahn. Can't tell you, scores are scarce here, and Jesus, there's 17 minutes gone. There's only 1 point on the board. Jeez, you think of a soccer that we're playing. And the kick out once more. What's wrong in the middle of the field? Jackson ties his lace, and he's up and all right, and the goalkeeper waits on him there, Connaughty, and Connaughty kicks her out. He's all in red. Drives her down the middle of the field, and who's gone up? Oh, no, it's brilliant catching there by the midfielder there, O'Hara. O'Hara, brilliant catching, and toward, he's not O'Hara at all. He's Maguire, and he plays it to the far side of the field there to O'Grady. O'Grady cuts in, tries to go by McAnally, and he gets by him well, and he plays a good ball in to Win this side, and Win can't get it with a high ball, and Philip McDermott gets it. Philip McDermott, if any man can make a game on this is this man, and he's still going through, and who's with him? Jesus, there's no one there. Can he take it? No, the corner back comes in well and picks it up there. Neary, and there's no decent green forwards, I don't know, they're not playing that well. Neary picks it up on the side to this side of the field of Porrick Win. The Ginger Porrick plays it down to this side of the field, and that's very long ball. She's out very near the end line, and that man keeps her in play. It's not out. Corner forward there. Number 14, Fitzpatrick plays it in. That's a dangerous ball in. It's in behind the backs and forward. Hops over John's head and over the bar. Jeez, that was a dangerous ball in there. Jeez, I thought it could have went into the net, but that young corner forward is in there, and that's over the bar, and it's a point apiece. The teams are level. 18 minutes gone in the first half. As John Riley places it on the 20-yard line for the kick out. Drives her down the middle. That's a mighty kick again, the win. Up the go, and McAnally holds it, and Paul Crossan gets it and plays her high. Jesus, keep her down, Paul. Gets into the far side, and who's running up that here? Then Crossan. What a pick up by Crossan. He has her. That's a free in. No, says the referee. It's not. Plays her back to Paul McCabe. Paul cuts through his left foot, chips her up, and chips her in and over the bar. And that's a great score by young Paul McCabe of his left foot, and he's a tricky wee player, and the Drumgoon crowd go wild again. Drumgoon's here on the numbers. She's coming over the road door, bumper the whole way from Cotil to Cavan there, and the goalkeeper comes out to the 20-yard line to place the ball straight in front of the goals for the kick out. Kildallan subs warming up. Kick out once more, 2 points to 1 in favour of Drumgoon. Connaughty kicks it out. It's a good kick out, and up Wynn goes, and Wynn grabs it well there in the middle of the field, and right puts it down into the centre, and Jackson's after that, and that's he'll pick it up. Edward Jackson takes a hard knock, and he's on the ground. Gets it back there to Colm Hannon, and Colm plays it to Paul McEnroe, and Paul McEnroe's coming away with it, and he plays it to Michael Hannon. Jizzy near the lane, he's going to be caught there. He does well to get inside. Plays it to Paul Crossan. Paul left-footed. Good low ball down to McCabe. Hurlem, is he out? And Paddy's away. Paddy McCabe skipped by his man there, and he's away, and Peter Hahn goes to come out, and Peter, that's a shot, and that's a high ball, and that's a free in. Yes, it is. Unlucky that man there to foul him. Had his kick gone in there, the referee says not. Number 7 there, Heron tore across, and he's the captain of this Kildallan team, and he took Paddy McCabe out of it there, and I'll see he'll just take him. He's hardly too bad. Free in for the Drumgoon there, and Fannin and Sale come up and take that at sea, will. And Paddy's down on the ground. He's a brother of Paul's, and the two of them live on the Burry Road in Gotill. Takes that man near me. I just give him a yellow card. Captain there, the first yellow card of the day. 20 minutes gone, and is it? Who got them? I don't think he gave me a yellow one, did he? Huh? Did he? Tommy Riley says it's the second yellow one. One for Drumgoon and one for Kildallan. Evens are up there, and Paddy's up and takes a drink of the water, and Paddy's all right. And Fannin looks, he's going to take this one on the ground, is he? He is. Keith Fannin. Left for the player, the referee looks at him and says, come on ahead, and Fannin looks at the goals. Can he curl this one in? Keith Fannin, yes, that's a good kick. It's inside the post and over the bar by Fannin off the ground. Fannin lives in the town of Gotill. Good young footballer there, Keith Fannin. And it's 3 points to 1 in favour of Drumgoon. Goalkeeper comes out once more with the ball there. Of course, the trainer of this Drumgoon team and manager is Paddy Bates. Selectors Michael Hannon and Michael Fitzpatrick. Kick out once more for Kildallan. Connady driving them down the middle where all the big men is, and Ian Riley goes up on the loose ball, falls at the centre half back, picks her up well. Crucial plays with the number 13, and he's away out of his hitch in Maguire. Maguire's playing a long time, that's a dangerous ball in. In she goes, Fitzpatrick is up, the loose ball falls, and McEnroe picks her up, young Paul McEnroe, and plays it to Michael Hannon. They're 17 years of age, and a good ball to Philip McDermott, and Philip will play it to Adrian Crossan, and Adrian Crossan plays it to Paul McCabe, and back to Crossan, and Crossan plays it to Peter Hahn, and Peter gets his hand here, and where's all the Drumgoons forward? There's no one inside. Paddy, back to Peter. Peter's away, and it's swarmed by red shorts. Peter cuts inside, hops the ball, loses. Jeez, what was that for? Did he overcarry it? Yes, as the referee, and the red shorts got back there. It's where Sarone was playing. The one the minor O'Leighland here yesterday. The bet Dublin be a cricket score, and here we come Kildallan here on O'Hara. Down the far side of the field, followed by McAnally. Still O'Hara. Taking a lot out of the ball, cuts inside, cuts back out again, and plays it to Rudden, and Rudden plays it back to O'Hara, and he wasn't even looking at it, but he does well to get it up there. He's running out of steam, I think. Plays it to the far side again. To number 15, O'Neill, and O'Neill's flyer. Oh, that's brilliant play there. By Fannin, and Fannin takes it off, and then he plays it to Jackson, and they're all out of position. Played into the middle there, and Philip McDermott will pick it up. Philip cuts inside his man, and who's to give it to? The forwards are not moving that well for him. They're way out of position. That's a ball to the far side, and Peter Hahn picks her up. Good ball, and the full-back's in on his own. He's not following them out, and he drives a high ball to Paddy, and Paddy will let her hop, and Paddy picks her up, and he plays it to Adrian Crossan, and Adrian plays back to Paddy. Looks at the goals. Crossan, a weak shot, and it's into the goalkeeper's hands. Bad shot by Crossan there, and he plays it out to the corner forward. Back Riley, and Riley plays it to O'Neill, and O'Neill, or Maguire, and Maguire plays it to Rudden, the far side of the field. It's up and down. It's scrappy enough shooting, but Maguire has it. Fierce commitment by both teams. That's a ball in, and Hannon's out in front of him. Fitzpatrick left to sit, and John Riley, the goalkeeper, will get it. He played short to Paul Crossan, and Paul Crossan plays it to Hannon, and Hannon's away. Michael Hannon plays it to Adrian Crossan. Adrian Crossan's a brother of Paul, and Paul plays in the midfield, and that's to Philip, and that was a bad ball, and Crossan picks up the loose ball and plays it. That's brilliant play by the full back there, O'Reilly. He gets his hand in well and plays it to his captain Heron, and back to O'Reilly again. Full back plays a good ball to Fitzpatrick down the side. Colm Hannon's after him there. Ah, jeez, that was a handy free. Hand on the back there, says the referee. Jesus, he's taking him for that. Is he hardly going to give him a yellow card, is he? Jesus, I've seen worse tackles let him go. Jesus, he give him a yellow card for that. It's unbelievable. What kind of a decision was that? Nonetheless, it's a free to Kildallan. Barry Rudden. Not on target today from these frees. Normally good enough for them. Players are in. She's curling. That's a good looking kick. She's inside the post and she hits the post and goes out for wide. Jesus, you swear it's over from here. Ah, he was unlucky there, that man. She curled out there. The wind just took it at the last minute and hit the outside of the post and just out across the lane, and the kick out's already taken down the far side of the field. And away come Martin Clerkin. Martin Clerkin's fouled as he gets in his kick there. The hop will be at that corner back. It'll Norton. He does well to get it there. Number 2, Neary, and Neary plays it to the centre half back there. Crucial, and he's down the middle. Plays her high into the middle there, and who's out? Maguire's out in front. He does well to hold that ball. Maguire's on the ground. Jackson tackles him. Still Maguire cuts inside. Plays a good ball out to this side of the field. To Riley, and Riley takes his shot, and Riley puts her up and over the bar, and that's a brilliant score there by Riley. He's playing a half forward for Kildallan, and it's 3 points to 2. That's 25 minutes gone in the first half, so they're a very low scoring game. They're pulled out of positions all over the field. Kick out from John Riley once more for the Drumgoon, straight in front of the goals. John kicks her well again, the Win. That's great kicking up the goal. McAnally does well, but Win picks up the loose ball. Porrick Win, and he's away. He's away for Kildallan. He cuts inside, does well, takes his shot. Can he put her over the bar? John comes out and he'll chest that one handy enough. And John plays it to the far side, and that wasn't a great ball. But that should be a free in, yes. That man went for the ball, man, instead of the ball, and John didn't play that ball too well out of the goals there into the fence. He put Martin Clerkin in trouble there. And I'd say this will surely be the equaliser for Kildallan. He's given him another yellow card. Jesus, that man must have plenty of yellow cards to give away. Jesus, when you're on a yellow card, you're in trouble. You wouldn't want to be fouling after that. Jesus, it's not a dirty game, I'll tell you that. It's not a dirty stroke in it as Maguire looks, or Rudden looks at the post, puts her up and over the bar, and the teams are level. 27 minutes gone on the first half, and the teams are level here. 3 points apiece. Kildallan Club, of course, from Ballyconnell in County Cavan. Is it going to be Drumgoon? Is it going to be Kildallan? The crowd can get behind Kildallan now. The players are running all over the place. You'd want to be fitting John Slicer to this side of the field. He's very near. McDermott will not let her out. Takes the right foot. That's a great ball in by McDermott. Paddy holds him off, but he can't get in. The full back does well there, and he's playing well. O'Reilly cuts inside Adrian Cross, and he's pulled down. Yes, it's a free, and he takes it quick. He plays her low to number 7 there, the captain of this team, Heron. Heron drives her into the forward lane, and then Maguire comes, and he's moved into full forward. Maguire plays it there to O'Neill. O'Neill's away like a ball, and he's down the far side. He's followed behind, and then he loses the ball. And it's gone out wide. Jeez, he was very unlucky there. He was unlucky. O'Neill's a speedy boy. He was well fed there by Rudden there. Rudden's moved in full forward, and Fitzpatrick's moved into the corner forward position, and so the change in this Kildallan team, and it seems to be working. That man was through there, and only he was unlucky to lose the ball there, and Fannin polished him up well. Kildallan coming more into the game. It was all Drumgoon in the start, and John slices her straight up the middle, and up go the men, and well fisted back there, and the captain picks her up there. Heron picks it up there, and he gives it to the centre half, and he gives it to Riley, and Riley has it. Still Riley's running. That's a throw ball. Liz knows the referee, and Fitzpatrick has it. Trent Fitzpatrick looks at the goals, takes a high shot, and she hits the post and back into play there. She didn't go wide, and Martin Clark and the captain. Oh Jesus, he gives it in, and in comes, oh, what's happening here? Bad pass by Martin there to Colin Hannon. Recovers well, and he's fouled there. Yes, he is there. Martin give a bad pass there, and he's holding that leg, pulling up the strap there. He's in trouble with that hamstring all year. And it's a free for Drumgoon, away on the far side of the field there, and Colin Hannon plays it to Keith Fannin. And Fannin comes, gives it to McAnally. Jim McAnally looks up and drives her into the forward lane there. Peter hands out well. Can he hold it? No, he can't there. The corner back comes out and gets it there. Neary, and Neary plays it. Still Neary, still going. Oh, jeez, he goes to go through that man. That's a free out. That was a bad play there. He should have got rid of the ball. He's a corner back, and he'd want to be kicking the ball. Did he think he was going to score? And the referee moves it on there. Kildallan will take this right on the halfway lane. Referee holds the play up and he calls that corner back and he gives him a bit of bad manners. And he's going to take his name there. He'll probably give him a yellow card. Seeing there's so many of them. He does. 3 points apiece. Low scoring game. 30 minutes gone. Free kick taken by Jim McAnally to Fannin. Keith Fannin goes to go round more 2 men. He gets round him, gives it to Jackson, and Jackson gives it to McAnally, and McAnally goes up the middle. Oh, great tackling we win there, but Peterhan picks her up and kicks her high, and that looked good. It's straight over the black spot and over the bar, and that's a great score for the Drumgoon there by Peterhan. And maybe they'd want to be shooting from a wee bit out instead of walking it into the goals there. 4 points to 3 in favour of the Drumgoon. And Martin Clare comes over in the middle of the field. There's no fucking backs in at all for the Drumgoon there. 2 forwards in for Kildallan and 2 Drumgoon backs, and it's nearly the only players that's in that half of the field there. Kildallan's crowd in the middle of the field there. That's the plan. Kick out, Conady. Drives it down to the far side of the field, and there's about 20 men going up, and McAnally takes it down. He's not fouls at the referee, and that's a free there. By Maguire, gets it and takes it to the far side of the field where O'Reilly's run. O'Reilly still has it. He's fouled there, yes, it's a free in for Kildallan. And Rudden will go over and take that. Kildallan's winning the midfield balls there. They're picking up all the loose ball of all the big men around the middle, and the plan is to win the ball and hit the forwards quick there. And that's working so far for them. Maybe the Drumgoon should pull a man back there to help out. Rudden's going to take this to the ground again. He has missed the right few already. I think he'd maybe take it out of his hands and let some other man take it, but he's going to take this when he's confident enough. Maybe he'll get it right yet. That looks good. Yes, it's up, and that's a good score. He missed all the rest of them. He was confident enough to take that one. He put it up and over the bar, and the teams are level once more. Level for the third time in the game. 4 points apiece at John Riley place, and the referee says, give me the ball here. It's half time. There's no more play. And 32 minutes just gone, and it's half time here in Breffni Park, and it's 4 points apiece. Drumgoon and Kildallan, the Junior Championship Final 2001. There's nothing in it, and it's all to play for now here in the second half. Yes, indeed, the second half about to start here in Breffni Park. 2 teams back out on the field early. Drumgoon are the first out, and now Kildallan's out there. It didn't seem like 10 minutes of a break, but they're out on and mad to get at it. 4 points apiece. It's all square. As if the game's only after starting. It's all to play for in this half. Can Drumgoon do it after the disappointment of last year? Can Kildallan win their second junior championship of all time? They won one in 1977. Don't think there's any changes on either team so far. Few personal switches around, but that's to be expected. Referee once more, Brendan Sweeney, and he's from the Ballymachugh club, and he checks with his umpires to see is everything okay. Looks at it, watch. Good clean game of football. Plenty of yellow cards give out, but I don't know if there's any need for any of them at all. Drumgoon has the breeze in this half, and it's breezy enough maybe if you're down on that field there. And the referee throws her in on the second half about to start. McAnally knocks her down, but Kildallan come away with it there. O'Hara, still O'Hara been followed by Cross, and still O'Hara, and he's going the whole way, and he drops the ball, and Fannin picks her up, and Fannon's foul there. He picked her up without even bending down and plays it quick to Philip McDermott. Meets the ball, Philip with the white gloves, and that's well blocked down there, but no one, Paul Crossan will pick her up. Did he pick her up the ground? No, sends 2 Kildallan player the other way, and that's a ball into the corner there where Adrian Crossan's out in front of his man. Adrian plays a low in there, that's not a great ball to Paul McCavan. Back goes O'Grady, and O'Grady picks her up for Kildallan in the far side of the field. Still O'Grady playing his way to the fence. He want to kick that ball, plays it out to O'Hara there in the middle of the field, and O'Hara looks and he plays it to his centre half there. Crucial plays it here to this side of the field to Maguire. Maguire is a corner forward, and out comes then Jackson's away after that ball, and he's a speedy boy, and he plays it to Colm Hannon, the full back coming out, and Colm Hannon plays it here to Ian O'Reilly on the 40, and Ian want to get rid of that ball or he loses it. That's great tackling there. Ian loses the ball, picked up there, great tackling there by number 10 there. And number 10's Connaughty, and he plays it down this side of the field, and it's Colm Hill back there. No, loose ball falls there, and Maguire gets her up. Rudden picks her up on the 2, and Ian Riley picks her up, and he tackled by Rudden, and he plays it away to the far side of the field for the run, and Michael Hannon has it. He's a son of the selector, and he plays it to the corner with Peter Ham. The hop will beat him now, and he's inside his man. He's fouled, is he? Yes. Peter Ham goes to take a quick, and he leaves that to Keith Fannin. It's saying Keith Fannin come up on the half-back line. It is a long way to go to get to that free, but he'll come up and take it. He put the last one over the bar, and that's a free for a left-footed player there. Peter Ham fouled out on the far side of the field. Playing a long time with Drumgoon. It'd be great to see that man getting the medal there. Still 4 points apiece. Very low scoring game. And Fannin walks up. Will he take it out of his hands or will he take it off the ground? He's going to take it out of his hands. Breeze is favouring him in this half there. I'll try and call her in and over the bar. Will it be the first score of the second half? Kicks her well, she's landing in round the square and up the goal, and that's brilliant catching, but Ballymachugh comes in and takes it off him. Ball's bobbling through and on the ground there, and Ian touched on the ground, he did, yes. Blocked the ball on the ground there, Ian Riley, and that's definitely a free out. The referee's 100% right there, and Kildallan go to take a quick one. The referee calls him back there, and there's a man injured, Ballymachugh there. He must have got a wee bit of a wallop. He's up and all right there. And now the referee says he can take it. He took a few steps out and he goes back with it now, and he plays it this side of the field to O'Hara, and O'Hara has it. Looks to this side and he still throws Paul and he's making a lane. He cuts into the middle, makes space for himself and does well there, and he's away to the far side and he plays a high, and Michael Hannon's under that ball, and Hannon doesn't drop too many of them. Michael cuts inside, plays a ball to Paul McCabe. Paul McCabe and back to Hannon, and Hannon plays a great ball into the forward to Peter Ham there. Will he get that ball? Yes, Peter with the green gloves. Been right mark there. Still Peter. Plays it back out to Ian Crossan. Crossan looks his man, he's going to run at him and say, yo, they're walking away from him. Takes his shot and flicks it up. But Jesus, that goes over the bar. That's a hell of a score. That's a mighty score there by Adrian Crossan on an awkward angle and a right-footed kick, and he put that over the bar. And how did he done it? I don't know. There was handy ones missed earlier on. First score in the second half of Drumgoon, 5 points to 4 in favour of Drumgoon. Fitness will start to tell now. There was a lot of hard running and a lot of tackling. Hard tackling here in the first half, of the players were all over the field. You didn't want to be fit to be out there. There's no hiding places, I tell you, here in Breffni Park as the goalkeeper there. Connaughty places him on the 20-yard line for the kick out once more, straight in front of the goals. And how will he do again, the win? He done well enough with the win in the first half. Now he's again and he places her up when it's a good enough kick out and up the goal in the middle, and McDermott calls it, and he can come and give him a wee push on the back, and there's a free to Kildallan, and they take it quickly to this side, and Kildallan come away, followed by Jackson there. Fitzpatrick, and that's great tackling by Jackson there. And that's a lane ball to Kildallan, and Jackson done well to take that ball off from there. Still a lane ball to Kildallan, or is it a free, or what is it? It's a lane ball, I think. Trent Fitzpatrick was full forward, he's now out on the 40, and Jackson's marking him, and he looks up and he plays it to the far side of the field, and Michael Hannon's under that, and he gets it and drops it and plays it back, and Keith Fannin picks it up and he turns round and he gets it and he's away, Fannin. Michael Hannon done well to knock that ball away, and Fannin kicks her into the forwards there, and who's there? Oh, loose ball for the centre half, Crucial, and Crucial plays at the far side of the two Kildallan men, and one of them's O'Grady. O'Grady plays it to Maguire. Maguire used to play midfield for Kildallan. That's a good ball up, and Jackson will get the hand in there, and Fitzpatrick has it. Still Fitzpatrick and Mark Tate. That's great play. Oh Jesus, that's a free. That's a... Is it? What's happening here now at all? Referee must have seen something there, and he's calling wee Paul McCabe. What did Paul do? Something must have happened there off the ball, and he's calling the two of them over. He's just calling Paul. Jackson unlucky enough to give away a free there. Paul gets a yellow on there. Something happened off the ball, whatever it was. Maybe he said something to the referee, I don't know, but that's another yellow card. As long as they're not red, I suppose it's not so bad. Brendan Sweeney points to the spot exactly where the free should be taken. He's going to take that at the ground. What is he going to do with that? Looks up to see if there's anyone running. He's a long way out. You'd think he was going to try and put that over the bar. Jeez, he never put over the bar from there, would he? 48 yards out there. Brian Bates warming up along the line once more for the round. That's a great kick. In round the square she goes, and up the goal, and the boost ball falls, and that's a 45. Yes, and there's a man down there injured on the square, and it looks like Jackson it is. He's alright, he's up and alright, and that was a 45. That was a good kick for Fitzpatrick in, and Brian Bates is still warming up on the line. He's warming up from the first 5 minutes of the game. 45, and out comes Rudden to take it. And the linesman looks exactly, Jesus, he nearly should have brought a tape with him. But then he need to be so perfect on it. Rudden places it well. He's taking plenty of time to place it on here. Walks up. Can he put this one over? Again a slight breeze. They're running about for the quick free in, but Rudden's going to go the whole way. He says, no, I'm going to put it over the bar, and that's it. And he kicks her well, and she's into the square, and John Riley holds her well. Oh, that's a free out. Jeez, he was lucky there. He went to fist it and then didn't. And he gets his free out, and he goes to take it quick, and there's no one to give it, and he'll place it exactly on the edge of the small square for the kick out once more. And there's a sub on the Drumgoon team. On comes young Brian Bates. 17 years of age. Brian's the son of the manager, Paddy there, and Brian's on the Drumgoon team, and who's gone off? Brian goes to the far side of the field there. Paul McCabe. And Paul McCabe's off to the Drumgoon team. And young Brian Bates is on now. 5 points to 4 in favour of Drumgoon, 1 point in it, and young Paul McCabe comes off, and Brian Bates goes on, and John Riley kicks the ball out, and the referee says hold on a minute, and there's a sub on the Kildallan team as well. And who's got off? On come Andy Owens, and off goes Dahi. Riley goes off to the Kildallan team. Dahi got a good score there in the first half, but he's off. He's off now, and John Riley gets a good kick out to the middle of the field. That's a push in the back. No, and that's well held, but it's stopped again, and Kildallan pick her up there and sub on, and he plays it the far side to Maguire. Maguire plays it there to number 10, Connaughty, and Connaughty's away. Up the far side, he's followed by McEnroe. He drops it in the ball, and Jesus, that's great play there by Michael Hannon, and Michael takes it off him and plays it to Brian Bates. His first touch. Plays a good ball into Philip McDermott, and Brian comes with the return. Still Philip McDermott, he's followed by the captain, and Philip cuts inside, and this man is great strength. He plays it to, oh jeez, that's a free in. A handy enough free now. Right, that man's very fond of blowing the whistle there. It's the one that he didn't give him a yellow card. Free in for the ground. Peter Hand's going to take this one to the ground. Fannon's not going to bother taking this one, and Philip McDermott made a great one there, and he was set up by Brian Bates, and Peter Hand looks at the goal, and the wind's on his back, and is he going to leave two between the teams? Looks up, oh geez, not a great kick. Yes it is, it's up and over the bar. I thought she was going to drop short there, and it's 6 points to 4 in favour of the ground. It's early days yet. There were 2 points ahead in the first half, and Kildallan come storming back, and within 2 minutes they were level. And the crowd's making noise here for the ground. Can they pull this one off? First time ever. It'll be a mighty achievement for these lads in this club. This club deserves a championship of some description, and the kick-outs taken by Connaughty to this side of the field. Up the goal, that's brilliant fielding in the midfield for Kildallan there by O'Hara. Great tack, that's brilliant tackle by Ian Riley there, and that's definitely a Kildallan ball there. Not that the right and Porrick Wynn going to take it. Porrick looks for someone to give it to. There's no one there, he'll have to drive her in high, and he gives a good ball in the middle there. Or it's caught by the midfield, and he plays it back there to number 14 there, Fitzpatrick, and Fitzpatrick have it, and he's a speedy boy. Trent Fitzpatrick looks at the goals and plays it to the far side, and John will let her go, will he? No, he curls the ball there. Plays it to the far side of the field there to Brian Bates, and he's a mile out of position. Brian has it, only on the Drumgoon team, a great ball there into Martin Clark on the captain. His captain Martin going to lift this cup, and he plays the ball in there, and Philip McDermott out in front, and Philip gets it, and he plays it to the far side of the field, but on running Peter Hand, and Peter Hand gives it in the cross and looks at the goals. Can he put her over? Oh, he puts it to the left and puts it wide there. All Drumgoon now in this second half. Can they make it pay? They've only scored 2 points so far. Of course, Kildallan hasn't scored any. Kick out once more. Connaughty places it on the edge of the small square. He's going to kick it to this side, I'd say. Yes, he kicked the ball to this side so far, and up the go, and that's great fielding, but he drops it down, and Kildallan's picking up all the loose balls. The cornerback plays it to the captain there, Heron, and Heron plays it to the far side of the field there. And the race is on for possession, and she's very near the line. And Connaughty has it and gets it up, and he's fouled, is he? Jesus, what's that? That's a free again, and he must have lifted that ball out of the ground. He was unlucky there. Paul McEnroe takes the free quick to far side to Philip McDermott. Fuller run on Philip. Still followed by the captain there, and Philip can take him on. Cuts inside, still Philip. Cuts out again, plays the ball into the middle. Adrian cross, and Adrian picks her up, and that's a free in. No, and he's blocked there by 2 Kildallan players. And then his ball fixed and centre half back, has it down. He's back of across, and out she comes again. Maguire comes out with it for Kildallan. Still Maguire plays it to Wynn. Wynn cuts inside. Plays it back again there to Kildallan, and they're tackling there with number 9. O'Hara has it. No. Did he pick it to the ground? No. So the referee didn't. I don't think he did. And Hannon's in there. Oh, that's a free in. Hannon done well to get that ball, and that's great tackling by the Drumgoon forwards to not let the Kildallan players out there, and Paddy McCabe throws it back to his captain Martin Clerkin, and Martin plays it to Philip McDermott down along this side of the field, and Philip the captain does well for Kildallan, plays it to this side here, and the ball's going, and Peter Hahn has it and picks it up and goes round his man, cuts inside, looks at the goals and plays a long ball there, and it's a high ball in, and Brian Bates is under it, knocks it down, and is picked well up there by number 5 O'Grady, and he picks her and closes to this side of the field to O'Reilly, and Riley's a corner back, and O'Reilly's coming up the middle, plays it to Porrick Wynn, and he want to get that ball quick. McElhaney's in like a flash, and have the men over here. Brian Bates play it outside, he cuts inside, hops the ball, plays the left foot, and that's great tackle, and the centre half comes in and gets a crucial, and that's good tackle, and he plays a dangerous ball back into the square. They're playing it about, and Bates gets it. Oh Jesus, just to the left and wide. Jesus, Kildallan's living dangerous there, I'll tell you. They want to be getting rid of that ball. Jeez, you could have been in the net there, playing ducks and drakes in front of the goals with it. Not a great thing to do, and the crowd once more get behind Drumgoon now. The roar is up, and Drumgoon seems to be on the march. Can they keep this up? They're all Drumgoon in the second half. Kick out's taken, and she falls in the wind, and up Wynn goes and does well to get the ball. Great tackling there by McCabe, and the loose ball falls to McElhaney, and the boot's in, and that's a free. No, said the referee. Still Kildallan coming away with the ball and drives it down this side of field. Maguire, Jackson's out in front, and Jackson howls the ball. Jackson, no, geez, that's a big ball, it's too strong. There, will cross and get it. No, he'll not. The goalkeeper comes out, Kennedy, and gets the ball and plays it to the full back there, Riley, and Riley comes out and he plays it into the centre. And Kildallan come away again. They're getting it hard to get out of this side of the field with the ball. The captain has it, the spanning gets in the hand there, and Heron gets it. Heron on the attack to the far side of the field with the corner back. Neary has it. Been shut up by 2 Drumgoon players. He wasn't fouled. He's over carrying that ball as he knows that the referee, and the captain has it again. He cuts inside, takes his shot, it's a high ball, and he's hanging in the air there, and Ian Riley's under it, another happy player. And number 13 gets it there, Maguire. He cuts inside, that's great tag. That's a brilliant score if it goes over the bar. Jesus, just going to the left. He was unlucky, that man. That had to go over the bar. That had been a great score there. Just tailed away at the last minute. You swear from here it was going over the bar, but it's wide, and Kildallan make another substitution there. And on comes number 18 there, Stephen O'Neill. And off goes number 10, Connaughty. And Kildallan has made 2 changes. And Drumgoon has made 1, and the goalkeeper's ready for the kick out, and it's 6 points to 4 in favour of Drumgoon, and out she goes, and Kildallan hasn't scored in this half, and Porrick Wynn goes up and howls the ball well. Well played by Wynn there. He's a good footballer, and he's playing a long time, and he plays the quick ball to number 14, Trent Fitzpatrick. Oh, the ref pulls him back there. Now he should have let that ball go on. Lucky enough for Drumgoon, but if he Kildallan supporter, he'd be raging. What is he at here? Is he taking another man's name? Free in for Kildallan. 30 yards out there. Barry Rudden places it once more for the kick. All Drumgoon here in the second half, but they're still only 2 points ahead. Rudden could put this one over the bar. They'll have the minimum between them. Barry Rudden, the big man, and he takes it, looking good. That's curling up and over the bar. So the umpire, yes, he's inside the post and over the bar, and it's 1 point in it. 5 points to 6 in favour of Drumgoon as the goalkeeper comes out, John Riley, to place the ball, and Kildallan warm up another sub along the far side of the field. John places straight in front of the goals. Referee blows the whistle for the kick out, and out she goes, and a lot of big men around the middle. That's brilliant kicking by Riley, and it's away by that back line, and Ian Riley will pick that up. Yes, he will, and he cuts inside. Ian looks up, and that's a brilliant ball with 2 Drumgoon players, and one of them's Brian Bates, and Brian Bates plays it to Paddy McCabe, and Paddy McCabe plays across to Philip. Can Philip get that? No, that's good play there by the centre half back, Crucial. And Crucial gets it, and they're playing ducks and drakes in there, and they're living dangerous again there. Kildallan, it's down the far side of the field there, and Hannon's after number 17, and it's played there to Wynn. Porrick Wynn playing midfield, plays it to Fitzpatrick. From O'Neill, and O'Neill's away. He's a fierce, speedy player. Who's going to pick him up? Still O'Neill, cuts inside, plays the ball there to number 18. He's only the sub on there. He's O'Neill as well, and he plays a great ball to this side of the field. That's a great ball to number 13, Maguire. Maguire plays a shot to Rudden and Rudden looks at the goals and puts her up and puts her, he was unlucky there. Puts her to the left and wide there, and Kildallan starting to come into it again. They done the same in the first half. It was all Drumgoon in the start of it, and Kildallan come into it and go back. It was all Drumgoon in the start of this second half, and now Kildallan's coming back at them. It's still 6 points to 5 in favour of Drumgoon. John Riley places her on the edge of the small square once more for the kick out. Who is it going to be? Here's another 5 left of the second half. We'll take it down now. Kick out by Jones, he's fallen a bit short there, and Kildallan captains in front there. Heron plays it to that side of the field. O'Neill again. Jesus, you had a speedy man there. Fannon's after him, he takes his shot, he's curling in, and John's under it, and John will chest that handy enough, and John will give it to Jim McAnally waiting on it there. Jim McAnally's on his own. He's going to be blocked down. Wynn blocks it down well. Porrick Wynn, he plays it to Fitzpatrick. It's not a great ball. And in comes Paul Crossan, and Paul gets it, and he's a brother of Adrian. That's a high ball to a forward, and it's left, and Paddy McCabe reads the game well. Jesus, why didn't he let that play go on? Christ almighty, there's no sense of that blowing at all. Jesus, you want to make a game of it, let the thing float. You could have took his name after. Huh? Huh? Minutes gone, isn't it? 18 minutes gone in the second half. Jesus, this half is flying. Here he gets his name taken there, I'm not so sure. Jesus, is that a red? Christ of almighty, there's no need to send that man off. Jesus, that's very unlucky. No matter of Jesus, where you're from. Huh? Jesus, Kildallan's down to 14 men. And I'll tell you, that's not great for them, but or is it? 14 men off and bet 15, I'll tell you. And Stephen Riley cuts inside, 3 players, takes his shot, she's away to the right, and away wide, and that'll never be kept in play, is it? It is! Well done there, but Wayne O'Grady gets it for Kildallan out the far side of the field. Still O'Grady, plays it up to this side of the field, and out comes number 18, he's O'Neill. Is he a brother of other O'Neill? I'm not so sure, but he's speedy enough by, he must be a brother, and he's playing into the middle, where Keith Fannin picks it up. Now Drumgoon want to be up in the game, and into the Paul McEnroe, and he's a half back, and Paul McEnroe's away. Can he give it in? He runs into a man. Still McEnroe, there's no one to give it to. He haps it, he plays it, he's going to lose that ball, and it's a free out, and Jay-Z should have got rid of that ball. That's good tackling by Kildallan there. And O'Neill has it, the sub. The super sub plays it to the far side of the field, for Trent Fitzpatrick blocks it down. There's no one inside. Fitzpatrick going to go round Jackson, is he? John an easy man to go round. Fitzpatrick's away. Tracked on by Hannon, and it's in, and that's a powerful score, and the teams are level. 14 men against 15. Trent Fitzpatrick puts her over the bar and levels the game. The junior final of the year 2001. Kildallan and Drumgoon, and the teams are level, and there's 20 minutes gone. And the crowd go mad here in Breffni Park. Is it going to be the red and white of Kildallan? Is it going to be the blue and yellow of Drumgoon? As John Riley kicks her out once more. Oh Jesus, that's not a great kick, and Fannin waits, and in comes number 15 O'Neill, and O'Neill's away. Still O'Neill, still going, the man outside him there. He's O'Neill as well. Looks up, brilliant blocking there by Colm Hannon. And Drumgoon was split open there for a second, and Colm Hannon gets the return ball and gives it to Jim McAnally, and this game starting to liven up. When Riley's away, can he keep that in play? Kicks her up in the hop. In she goes, and Peter Hand, that's brilliant play there by that man, whoever he is. Great play, great feeling there. Under pressure, and away he comes up the middle. Is he the centre half? He'd want to get rid of that ball. He plays it well to the captain, and the captain has it, and he's there, and he plays it to the far side of the field there. Number 18 O'Neill, that was a good substitution by Kildallan. That man's playing well. Out to the far side of the field there, it's picked up by the captain, and he plays it back to O'Neill. He takes his shot, and Hannon blocks it down. Michael Hannon, is that a free? No, said the referee. Fierce commitment by these two teams. In the common, Trent Fitzpatrick has it. Looks at the goals, and Jackson goes to block him, dummies his man, and he dummies them again, and still Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick does well, puts her up, and is she inside the post? No! He's unlucky there, that man. The players say it was inside, the umpire say it was wide. I'll tell you, there wasn't much in it. And the kick out is taken quickly. No, it's not. As Edward Jackson comes out to this side of the field here, they've a word with Paddy Bates, and the kick out's taken already to Martin Clerkin. There's none stopping this game, and this is a good second half. Martin want to kick the ball. Drives are in there, there's no one there, only on the hop there, and he does well, the corner back there, and does well there, number 4, Riley. And Riley has it, and he plays it to O'Hara, and O'Reilly's coming away to the far side of the field. She goes. O'Neill has it again, and McEnroe follows him. Cuts inside. Is he going to be fouled? No. Still O'Neill. Fires it back to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick's marked by Jackson. Gets it on his left foot this time. John chases. He slipped. That's a go. Oh! Fucking hell, I thought that was in the net. Cheers, a good job, it wasn't in front of goals. John slipped there before that ball came in, and Drumgoon's living dangerous. Kildallan's coming back into this game strongly, and it's still level. 6 points apiece. 45 for Kildallan. Drumgoon their second year in the final. What's going to happen? Edward Jackson down injured there. One of the Kildallan boys down injured there, and I'll give you the Kildallan line out there. In goals is John Connolly. The full-back line is Dahi Neary, Joseph O'Reilly and Barry Riley. Half-back line is Wayne O'Grady, Declan Crucial, centre half-back, and in the Harran captain the team from the wing half-back position. In midfield is Pádraig Wynne and Colin O'Hara. Half-forward line is Danny Connolly, Barry Rudden and Dahi Riley. Full-forward line is Noel Maguire, Trent Fitzpatrick and John O'Neill. The Drumgoon line out as well. Still Jackson's down injured out there, and the 35-yard line there, and Jackson seems to be up and all right. There's still a 45 there to Kildallan, and the goals is John Riley for Drumgoon. The full-back line is Paul McEnroe, Colm Hannon and Martin Clark, and the half-back line is Michael Hannon, Edward Jackson and Keith Fannin. Jim McAnally and Paul Crossan is in midfield, and Philip McDermott, Ian Riley and Paul McCabe is the half-forward line, and the full-forward line is Peter Hahn, Adrian Crossan and Patrick McCabe. Paul McCabe is off, of course, and Brian Bates is on. And it's a 45 Kildallan. Can he put her over the bar and put them in front for the first time? She's gone to the left and hits the post. And Philip McDermott picks it up and drives the ball to Paddy McCabe, and Paddy wins this one, really. Oh, that man gets in the 40, does well there, and he has that ball there. That's great play with the cornerback there, Riley. And Riley picks it up and gives it to the centre half-back, and I think he's moved the full-back there. Crucial, and he plays a high ball in, and Michael Hannon comes across and turns across his man. O'Neill tries to pick her up. Gets the low ball in, that's well picked up by Fitzpatrick. That's a free in, is it? Yes. Trent Fitzpatrick fouled there around the neck by Paul McEnroe. Is he in the book? Oh, is he in the book before? I'm not so sure. Jesus, could he be walking here? Of course, Kildallan's down to 14 men, and since the man went off, they've upped the game. It often happens. Paul McEnroe gets a yellow card there, and I suppose he maybe deserved it there. Around the neck it was, and surely this Kildallan's going to go in the lead for the first time in the game. 6 points apiece. 22 minutes gone in the second half, and Kildallan's in the lead. They're a point up for the first time. 7 points to 6. And is Drumgoon going to be disappointed for the second year in a row? Jeez, it'll be heartbreak for these players. They've been in a serious training over the last few years. They've run hills, they've pulled tires, they've trained, Jesus, 4 nights a week. They're going to come croppers again here. They're a good young team. They're top of Division 2, and they're going to be in Division 1. And the kick out to John Riley drives a mighty kick away past the middle of the field. And it's brilliant hill by Maguire. Maguire's followed by Clarkin, and Kildallan's on the run, and Trent Fitzpatrick has it. Fitzpatrick, he's followed by Michael Hannon. He goes to go through him. Not an easy thing to do. Jesus, Hannon done well to rob that man, and Hannon's a mighty footballer. And Martin Clarkin, the captain, plays it to Jim McAnally, and he plays it back to the full-back. And Drumgoon coming in waves. Colm Hannon plays it to Philip McDermott. The crowd go mad, and Philip goes to go through, looks at his charges, away to the right and away wide there for Drumgoon. Bad miss by Philip there, cut inside, and he hangs his head down. And is it going to be Kildallan's day? Jesus, they're coming to nowhere here the year, and are they going to win this final? Cornafane came out of nowhere last year and won it. Who is it going to be? 25 minutes gone in the second half, and Kildallan are ahead by 1 point. Kildallan goalkeeper Connolly places on the edge of the small square for the kick out. Kicks it to the far side this time, and Jim McAnally goes up, and the loose ball falls, and Kildallan's picking up all the loose balls down and plays the number 6, and Jim McAnally does well to get in and gets it to Peter Hall. Peter looks at the goals and puts her up. Jesus, he's over the bar. Peter puts her over, and I thought she was wide for a minute, and the crowd go mad there. The blue and yellows everywhere. There's not a man left in Drumgoon, I'd say, today. Flags go mad and the teams are level. Who's going to pull it off? Is she going to be a replay? Kildallan player down injured there, and Brendan Sweeney says to hold on a minute, there's a man injured at this time. We say hello to all the staff and punters in good time. Charlie's in Cotill. New disco bar open in Cotill town, of course. 8 nights a week there. DJ every Friday, Saturday and Sunday night. And the Kildallan man still down injured there. I'm not so sure who he is. Well, there's not a house for Drumgoon affected by this football. 5? I don't know. 5 minutes, I think. From Seamus Morris is on the Latin border to Edward Jackson on the McBride border. And from Tom Clark's to the town of Cotill. As Mark Lawler urges his team on. Mark's from Beltoven, used to play for Beltoven and won Junior and Intermediate Championship medal October. He urged his team on. He's training this Kildallan team. There's nothing in it. The crowd's getting behind the two of them there as they kick out once more by Connaughty. Connaughty drives her up the middle with Kildallan's winning the battle, and up to go, and McDermott grabs the well, plays it to Ian Riley, and Jackson's away at the centre half. Ian Riley cuts inside, plays it to Jackson. Look where he is, and he loses the ball and picks her up again. He's well marked, and he plays it to Ian Riley again, and Ian's inside, and Ian's fouled, noses the referee. What Jesus, he comes away. Porrick Wynn comes away with the ball. Still been tackled by Peter Hahn. Still Porrick Wynn. And Ian Riley takes it up, and that's great tackle by Peter. He's inside, he's held back there. Yes, it's a free in. That's great play by Peter Hahn, and Peter gets a well up there from Porrick Wynn, and Peter's down on the ground there. Oh, Peter, you're not too bad. Come on, get up. Yeah, boy, you're there. You'll be all right. Didn't see right what happened there, but no names are at the taken. Porrick Wynn was beside him, and Porrick's not a dirty player, I'll tell you that. He's a good player in football. He's playing football a long time. I think today I played again. I'm a sound man he is. Of course, Drumgoon missing Jimmy Riley, the cornerback, and Seamus Morris out through injury today. They're a big miss. Jimmy playing a long time. And Seamus, of course, playing the best football ever he played the year for Drumgoon. Broke his collarbone in 2 places, of course, here in the semi-final again. Red Hills, Drumgoon beating Red Hills by a cricket score here. Red Hills never even scored in the second half. But you never know what happens, I'll tell you, in football. Mead run away with Kerry, and they were betting the final be a cricket score as well. Maybe it's the worst thing ever happened. Peter Hahn still down. Gets a drink of the water there, and he'll be all right. I'd say he'll get up and he'll probably take this free himself. 7 points apiece. Can the next score win this game? It can't be too long left. Peter looks for the ball. He'll definitely take this. He's the man. Of course, Drumgoon won the Junior C Championship final there last weekend. Beaten Butler's Bridge in the final, the second year in a row they've done it. Peter places it. How far out is he? 16 yards out. He's away to the end lane. Cheers, it'll be a good kick to put this one over the bar. Can he do it? The crowd wait. They're on their feet. So waiting for Peter to call this one in. She's a nice call into the square, and she's well blocked down by Kildallan, and she's cleared out to the far side for Brian Bates is there, and the wind holds her up, and Bates has her. He looks in and he gives it in to Jim McAnally, and Jim takes his shot and slicks it up, and that's over the bar, and that's a score for the Drumgoon. Yes, and the Drumgoon go ahead there, and there's not too long left, and I'll tell you, after last year you wouldn't want to get too excited. So Drumgoon were winning by a point last year, 3 minutes into extra time, and they lost the game by 2 points. A last minute goal. Who's to say it's not to happen the year? Can they learn from last year as the goalkeeper Connaughty places, and they can't be too long left, and the blue one. Yellow flags cup from Jim McAlally, the centre field man, put her over the bar, and the kick out's taken. Up to go in the middle of the field. That's brilliant catching by Maguire, and he plays it to the far side of the field to the sub number 17. Owens tackled. He's well tackled by Paul Crossan. Paul gets her up and gives it to Brian Bates, and Drumgoon come away again. Brian Bates is up, he's fouled as he knows that the referee is not, and plays it into Peter Hahn and Paddy McCabe. Peter turns in, looks at the goals. She's high, she's in, is she over? To the left and wide, and there's a Drumgoon man standing on the edge of the square, and no one within an arse to throw on. The kick out's taken by the goalkeeper to the full back. The full-back's O'Reilly, and he plays it into the middle to number 4. He's Riley as well, and he plays it to this side of the field where Porrick Wynn will pick it up. He's followed by Captain Martin Clark, and Riley has it. And Riley, that's a bad ball by Riley. It's not a thing you'd want to be doing when you're behind me a point. He was unlucky there. He thought there's a man in. So the man down injured there, Paddy McCabe, hurling off that man, and Paddy's up the field, and he'll want to get on the field, or the game will go on. 1 point in it. Drumgoon ahead by a point. Can they pull this one off? The first time in their history. Taylor's there, but that's a great ball into the corner there. Well, Adrian Cross and keep it in. Jeez, he's a speedy boy. Can he go round him? He will. He'll have to foul him. He'll not. That's good play by the corner back. Adrian looks up and kicks it into the goalkeeper's hands, and that's not a great kick by Crossan, and away they come to the far side of the field there, Allen and Harold. He's the captain, and he plays it out to the far side. The Porrick Wynn. Porrick has it. Porrick plays her in there to O'Neill, and O'Neill goes for it, and he's the sub on the team. He's held back there, knows the referee. Now who's going to win this battle? Oh, Jesus, well played there. Oh, that man got a wallop after the ball, but not doing a bit of harm, and away she goes to the far side of the field. His players go on. Go for that ball. Yes, Crossan has it. Phillips inside. Give it to Philip McDermott, and the corner back comes across. Still Philip, look at the goal. Takes his shot. Can he put her over the bar? Yes, he puts her over the bar, and Drumgoon go ahead. 2 points in it. And the Clark and Drumgoon crowd go mad. And the game must be near over. still a goal in it. Goal could fucking win it for Kildallan. Over the bar she goes, and the Drumgoon subs it out along the line. They're out of the dugout and the kick out once more by Kennedy, and out she goes, and Jim McAnally lifts her up, plays it to the far side of the field to Brian Bates. Young Brian Bates has it, he cuts inside, take a shot, Brian, put her over. Oh, is she up and over the bar she goes, and Drumgoon take the lead. Yes, so the Drumgoon are going to pull her off the year. The first time ever. Drumgoon's formed over 100 years and have never won a championship in their history. Can this be the day? So the manager Paddy Bates and the selectors Michael Hannon and Michael Fitzpatrick. Last year some people said they should be put out of the spot for the tip it on. They knew there was a good team here. They done a lot of hard work, and I tell you, you have to salute them for staying on. Seamus Morris is along the lane. He broke his collarbone in 2 places. It'd be great to see him getting it. Jimmy Riley, great to see that man, a fierce committed man. Philip McDermott gets a drink of the water there. So 3 points ahead, and surely they'll not lose this game now. Kick out for Kildallan. Kennedy kicks her out to the middle of the field, and wind goes up, and she's fisted away, and Paddy McCabe's away. It's all the good. Give it out to Peter. Gives it to Peter Hahn. Peter cuts inside, takes his shot. Oh, weak shot into the goalkeeper. It's supposed to go. It's a goal. It's a goal for the man. Yeah! And the man takes another goal to win this game. The first time ever, and the crowd go mad. A goal by the man himself, Edward Jackson. Jackson's a carpenter, and he's a part-time barman and good time Charlie's. The first time in the history of over. Jackson's a man. Kick out's taken, but the referee will have none of it. There's a Kildallan man down injured. And it's hard luck to them. Here's their hard luck, but they'll come back again next year. They were beaten last year by Cornafane in the semi-final, and they were the best team, I'll tell you. Cornafane went on to win it. And there's a man after getting the ball up in the middle of the field, and the rouse on. Philip went to hit him. Number 9 hits him in the stomach, and there's a don't get too excited. Not to worry there. Do you get that, Tommy? No. Cheers, there's knots in my stomach. I'm hardly fit to talk. Man, they'll not say this game's nearly over. You have to be into extra time. Men getting excited. Kildallan not take their baiting, or what's the crack? Cheers is after the baiting the Drumgoon got last year. If you couldn't take a baiting after that, I don't know. Men getting excited. Drumgoon subs it out along the lane. It's going to be a great night in Drumgoon, I'll tell you, and a good night and good time Charlie's the night, and all week and all fucking next week and the week after. There'll be some celebrating, I'll tell you. Brendan Sweeney goes to the linesman and see what happened. I wouldn't get too excited at this stage of the game. Brendan played football himself. He has the right man here. He'll get a yellow card. He'll get a red one maybe. No, I don't think he should give him a red card at this stage of the game. There's hardly any point, but he'll get it at say if the linesman seen that. They're down to 14 men already. They played well enough when the 14 man went off. And Brendan, did he give him a red one? No, he's not. No, he'll not give him, send him off. Jackson shakes hands with him, and tell you, Jackson saving that man skiing. Yeah, yellow ones are good enough. But disappointed Kildallan, would you blame them? After all the effort they put in. But hopefully they'll come back again next year and the kick-out's taken and the referee's not going to blow one. Martin Clarkin goes up and gets the ball. Captain of this team, and Martin's foul, surely, yes he is. And it's a free in for the Drumgoon. And he's going to throw it up, or is the game over, or what's going on? He's going to throw that ball up, and that should have been a free for the Drumgoon, and up she goes, and that's well held by O'Hara in the middle of the field. He tries to get his way through, and he's fouled, and the corner back, Riley takes it to the far side, quick to Porrick win. Porrick cuts inside, still Porrick. Porrick cuts it again, he's tackling, he overcarried that ball, Porrick, hard luck. He'll be disappointed there. He was unlucky there. That was unlucky free, and the free you want to be taken. Philip McDermott, and Riley plays it to Philip, and Philip stands up. You swear the game was over. Referee looks at the watch, and he plays a long ball into the corner to Peter Hahn, the man himself, and this is a great man. He wants to get a medal, of course. Adrian Crossan plays it inside. Behind Keith Fannin. Keith Fannin will take his shot. He'd like to get a score. Plays it back to Peter Hahn. Peter looks at the goal, takes his shot, and puts it to the left, and puts it, not quite in the goal, but keeps her in play. And the goalkeeper comes out of it. You want to get her up the field. Oh, jeez, that's a bad ball out. And I'll tell you, when things it again, yeah, that's what happens. Jim McAnally, is he going to put her over for the last goal? Kicks a kick and puts it to the right and puts it wide. And not to worry, it'll kill time. It's better going wide or staying in play as the goalkeeper's in a hurry. Goes to place it on the edge of the small square. I'll tell you, there'll be some celebrations with this. And the referee calls for the ball there, and the game is over. And the Drumgoon has won the final for the first time ever. Yes, indeed. This is a mighty day for Drumgoon. And let's have some crack and good time, Charlie, tonight. This is a great day. Great support and Everton. The supporters go mad. That's a mighty game. And Martin Clarkin's going to lift the cup. The first man ever to lift it for Drumgoon. This going to go down in history, this man. A mighty day. No big feed on the white horse and everything lined up there. Drumgoon take it. This is a great day for all the old Drumgoon footballers that have played it for years and years. They deserve something better, and I see them all here today. They're from England, America, from Dublin, Cork and everywhere. They're all here. And the man himself, Martin Clark, going to lift this cup for Drumgoon. Kildallan will be disappointed. Of course they will. Why wouldn't they be? Jason, you get to a final after all the training. This is the big day. This is the day you want to be winning. They played well enough there. They lost the man, then they come back into the game playing. And Jackson runs over along the lane and shakes hands with the young fellas. Philip McDermott out in the middle of the field there, man, a mighty strong man. For top of Division 2, they're going to go to Division 1 and they had to win this championship. Put their hands on his knees. Man deserves the medal. He's playing a long time. This is a great day for Drumgoon, I'll tell you. We'll have some night tonight, I'll tell you that. Still on, haven't I? Oh, you're leaving it on, yeah. Paddy Bates comes out along the lane. They get the congratulations. I'll tell you, he deserves a clap on the back. A man that never gave in after the team were down last year. Had to come back after all the disappointments. This team had some disappointments down the year. There's not a team in Ireland which has lost as many times as this team. I want to sincerely congratulate the winners of Drumgoon. What a boost it is for football in Drumgoon to win this Junior Championship Cup for the first time. And I know it's the start. I know it's the start of great things more at intermediate and senior level for this team. And I want to congratulate the Drumgoon club, the officers, team manager Paddy Bates and his men, and all the players. The hardest of luck, you get everything. The scoreline in the end of 6 points was not a true reflection. You were there till the very end, up to the last couple of minutes. I would ask you to take a leaf out of Drumgoon. I want to sincerely welcome our sponsors here today, Kieran McKenna and Lynn McGowan from Cavan Bristol. And I want to accord our appreciation to Cavan Bristol for the sponsorship that they give us for the championship this year. Thanks, Cavan Bristol. I want to thank everybody who helped, referee, linesmen, umpires and all the stewards who helped today. Now the moment has come. This year, there's no last minute goals, lads. The curse, the long spoken about curse, has finally been lifted. And I present the cup from Will Jackson, North. To lift this cup on behalf of this great Drumgoon team. Here today, after what happened to us last year, I thank you lads for your commitment and good. Fair play to you. I'd like to thank a man who laid the foundation for this ring back in the 80s. He set up a great underage system. That man's big up firm. I'd also like to thank our hard-working committee, especially Rosanna Clark, Jimmy Riley and Danny McQuillan. I'd also like to thank all our sponsors, especially our main sponsor, Patsy Buying Menswear. Our
physio, Ian Riley, and Aaron Riley, who had another work all year with us. Well done. The two players deserve a special mention today. There were two most committed players in this parish. To give everything to Drumgoon. Unfortunately, they got injured during the championship and they couldn't take part today. That's Jimmy Riley and James Morris. I'd like to thank my supporters. They've got great colour here today. The best of all is the Cavan Parliament. The two boys now in the line, they're out the actors, Mickey Fitzpatrick and Michael Hannon. Put their hands together for them. And of course, the man who has given blood, sweat and tears for this club over the last 10 years. There's no other man I don't think has given as much to this club in his lifetime. That's the man from Latin, our manager, the great Paddy Bennett! Lastly, I'd like to thank a great Kildallan team. They give it effort today. The whole lot was against them coming out at half time, but they fought. They went down the man, but still kept coming at us, and they had us on the rack up to the last minute. Keep at it, lads. We were down there last year, but we came back, and you can do the same. So quick cheers for Kildallan. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Where am I at? Kildallan captain in the house. Firstly, I'd just like to congratulate Drumgoon again on the victory today. And after that, I'd just like to thank everyone involved in Kildallan. Sorry we couldn't lift it today, lads, but like Drumgoon said, we'll be back next year maybe, and we'll do the same as they've done this year and lift it. I'd like to start and thank the very top, our chairman, all the club officials, supporters and sponsors. And all I can say is we're bitterly disappointed, but we will be back. Thanks very much indeed. Well done, Kildallan. Then the man in the match for the great game, and a goal to Philip McDermott from the goal.
Down the name of Doughty Neary into his little book, that familiar or unfamiliar, whatever way you like to call it, book. But Doughty, of course, the left half forward with Kildallan this afternoon, and lo and behold, just as we broke away from you, the referee Brendan Sweeney pointed to the line, and to the surprise certainly of some people up here, Doughty Neary was gone off, but it appears as though he may have pulled an alleged trip on somebody or something like that, and the referee took the immediate action and sent him off to the line. That was after 18 minutes of play, at a stage when it was 6 points to 5, and at a stage when Drumgoon were leading. However, Trent Fitzpatrick a minute later responded magnificently for Kildallan with the point in the 19th minute to put the sides level. Then from a free 35 yards out over on the far right, Barry Rudden for Kildallan put them into the lead for the first time in the game with 23 minutes gone. It was 7 points to 6 then. But just 2 minutes after that, it was Peter Hand that was on hand once again for Drumgoon to send one over and put the sides level. And just when you were coming over there, Jim McNally edged the Drumgoon side into a 1 point lead and I can now tell you that we've about 25 seconds played of injury time, so it's certainly a very close call. And indeed, just as I speak, Kildallan are on the move now right through the centre, but the ball is intercepted back up here by Michael Hannon. Michael Hannon clears it down to the far side of the field, and it's nip and tuck now in these closing seconds of this game as Brian Bates, who was brought in a little bit earlier on, transfers the ball forward and indeed follows it up himself. Up no, in fact, to the right half forward. The ball has gone in and it's over the bar. It didn't know it was Philip McDermott that sent that ball over the bar there from about 25 yards out, way over in the far right. A very, very valuable score indeed. It now means that Drumgoon are leading by 9 points to 7. And that will bring back memories to many, particularly many Drumgoon people. 9 points to 7, but are they about to get a third one as the ball is sent left-footed in, and it's gone over the bar. And that is a form of insurance rather for Drumgoon now, who led in. It was Brian Bates, the substitute, that sent that one over, and that certainly will leave them a little bit more relaxed, because in the junior final of last year, they led by 2 points with seconds to go, when in fact they were deep into injury time on that occasion. But a late goal from Kernafane turned defeat, or victory into defeat if you like, whichever way you want to put it, and Drumgoon were going out of the championship. But now, all of a sudden, after being a point down with 5 minutes to go in this game, they now find that they are 3 points up, and it's Drumgoon that are leading by 10 points to 7, and we have now 32 minutes played into the game, and they're on the move again. Down here to the right is Patrick McCabe on the 21-yard line, transfers it across to Peter Hand, dropping ball into the goal, and it's the goal! Well, when they do it in style when they get the second chance. It was Peter Hand first that sent the ball in. It spun down off the crossbar, and the centre half back, will I give you a split second as to who he might be? He was way up in an attacking position. That was Edward Jackson, and Edward Jackson pulled it down and into the back of the net. And now Drumgoon have really, this junior football championship, wound up. 1 goal and 10 points. They've scored a goal and 3 points in the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game. And even at this stage, as I speak, their substitutes down to the right are posing for those post-match photographs, and they're all too ready to make the pounce out onto the field to congratulate their colleagues. And indeed, that will be coming up in a very few short seconds. It's 110 for Drumgoon and 7 points for Kildallan. Kildallan, who took the lead at one stage. Indeed, they took the lead after 23 minutes of this second half for the very first time in the game. It was 7 points to 6 then. Then Peter Hand, who scored a lot this afternoon for Drumgoon, came back into it, put the sides level again, and then they had a brace of points there in the space of those closing 5 minutes. And then Edward Jackson, after Peter Hand sent in a rasper that spun off the crossbar, it went up in the air, and on its way back down, it was the centre half back, Edward Jackson, that doubled on it in hurling style and sent it down and into the right or into the left-hand corner. It didn't matter what corner it went into. I suppose they have the junior final one at this stage anyway. The referee is speaking to one of the midfielders, Colin O'Hara from Kildallan. He's writing his name down into the little book. It would be terrible to have to go off at this time, but he's just writing his name down into the little book. It's a caution. We've now 34 minutes played into this second half, and it's a mere formality. There's a yellow card all right for him, but it's just a formality now, and the game is virtually over. It's certainly over as a contest. 1 goal and 10 points for Drumgoon, and Kildallan with 7 points on the ball out to this side of the field. If you can stick with us for these few seconds, and it's a little bit of stalemate down here in front, and Brendan Sweeney from Ballymachugh is going to throw up the ball just outside the 50-yard line down here to our left. Well, they've made such hard work of it for so long. Ball pulled down in the centre here by Colin O'Hara, who was fouled, and this would be a free to Kildallan, who would be devastated after this. Not only that, but in a game that was dead and dull for a long time, really came alive in the last 5 or 6 minutes or so, and Kildallan, who seemed to have... was a not too distant pass, and the ball landing into the goalmouth. Out comes John Connaughty out of the Kildallan goalmouth and gets it down to the 50-yard line. But it's Drumgoon that are coming forward again now in these last few seconds. We've now, in fact, over 35 minutes played. That ball was sent in, but it was also sent wide. And it looks as though the final score in this will be for Drumgoon, 1 goal and 10 points. And just to tell you again, in case you just joined us, that they scored a goal and 3 points in the last 5 minutes or so of the game. I think somebody did that in the not too distant past. Was it Galway in an All-Ireland semi-final against a team from Derry? But the referee has now blown the final whistle, and it is at the finish 1 goal and 10 points for Drumgoon and Kildallan.